Hello, fellow gardeners. If you've ever wandered through the gardening aisle and felt overwhelmed by the dizzying array of fertilizers, this article is for you. Today, I want to share a simple, natural technique that can replace expensive fertilizers and honestly, transform your garden in just days. It's something I've personally experimented with on Soil Sage Chronicles, and the results have been remarkable. We're talking about a sugar-based plant boost commonly known as Fermented Plant Juice or FPJ, and I'm going to walk you through everything from preparation to application so you can see your plants thrive without relying on store-bought products. Before diving into the magic of sugar boosts, let's take a moment to understand why so many gardeners feel frustrated with conventional fertilizers. Commercial fertilizers promise rapid growth, but they often come with hidden costs, high price tags, risk of overapplication, and, sometimes long-term damage to soil biology. You know, too much synthetic fertilizer can actually burn your plants, disrupt the delicate microbial ecosystem in your soil, and even contribute to environmental pollution. But, what if I told you that your garden already has everything it needs to grow strong and healthy? All you need is the right boost at the right time. So, this is where FPJ and a little sugar come into play. Unlike fertilizers, this natural boost works in harmony with your soil and plants, stimulating growth, enriching nutrients, and improving overall plant health. Basically, a sugar boost is just a fermented plant extract enriched with sugar, designed to feed the beneficial microbes in your soil and stimulate plant growth. The sugar actually serves as food for these microbes, which in turn help your plants absorb nutrients more efficiently. You know, the beauty of this method is really its simplicity. You can make it from plants you already grow in your garden, like comfrey, moringa, or even just common leafy greens. When properly prepared, this sugar boost will enhance leaf greenness, stimulate root growth, and improve flower and fruit set, often in just a matter of days. So, the first step in this journey is harvesting your plant material. You'll want to choose vigorous, healthy leaves from plants that are nutrient-rich. Comfrey is a favorite because it contains high levels of potassium, nitrogen, and trace minerals. And moringa is another excellent option for a growth-boosting FPJ. Once you've harvested your plants, the preparation is, well, straightforward, but it does require some attention to detail. For every kilogram of fresh plant material, add 100 grams of sugar. Jaggery or unrefined cane sugar works best, since it contains trace minerals that can enhance fermentation. Place the mixture in a clean, airtight glass or plastic container. Just be sure to avoid metal containers, as they can react with the fermenting juice. Fermentation is where the magic happens. Store your container in a cool, dark place and, make sure to stir it daily to ensure proper mixing and oxygenation. After about 7 to 10 days, your FPJ should be ready. It will have a slightly sweet, fermented aroma, which is a good sign that the microbial activity is active and ready to feed your garden. Now comes the exciting part, putting your sugar boost to work in your garden. The general guideline is 50 milliliters of FPJ per 1 liter of water, which ensures the solution is strong enough to stimulate growth without overwhelming your plants. For a 10 square meter garden, you would mix 500 milliliters of FPJ with 10 liters of water. Application is simple. Just use a watering can or a garden sprayer to distribute the solution evenly over the leaves and soil around the roots. I personally prefer spraying in the cooler parts of the day, either early morning or late afternoon, to minimize evaporation and, allow your plants to fully absorb the nutrients. Repeat the application every 7 to 10 days for best results. One of the most enlightening ways to see the effects of FPJ is through a direct comparison experiment. Take two identical groups of plants, like tomato seedlings or leafy greens. Treat one group with your FPJ sugar boost and the other with a standard commercial fertilizer at the recommended dose. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, monitor several key indicators: leaf color, plant height, flower and fruit development, and overall vigor. I've done this multiple times in my own garden, and the FPJ-treated plants consistently showed greener leaves, stronger stems, and more abundant flowers. The results are tangible, and seeing them firsthand gives you confidence that this natural method really works. Why does this simple sugar boost produce such impressive results? it all comes down to microbial activity and nutrient uptake. You know, the sugar actually feeds beneficial microbes in the soil, which then break down organic matter and release nutrients in a form your plants can easily absorb. This not only improves growth, but also strengthens plant immunity and resilience. Even with a simple method like this, there are, a few tips to ensure success. Always use healthy, disease-free plant material to prevent introducing harmful pathogens, and you really want to avoid over-application. More is not necessarily better. Too much FPJ can lead to overly lush growth that, honestly, may attract pests. Another tip is to experiment with different plants for your FPJ. Some gardeners, for example, swear by using comfrey for leafy vegetables and moringa for fruiting plants. Keeping a small journal of your applications and observations can really help you fine-tune the process for your specific garden. For those with larger gardens, simply scale up your ratios. The key is to maintain the same plant-to-sugar ratio of 1 kilogram to 100 grams and adjust the dilution based on the volume of water needed for your garden area. Whether you're a beginner just starting your first garden bed or an experienced gardener looking for sustainable solutions, FPJ with a sugar boost is a game changer. It's low-cost, eco-friendly, and remarkably effective. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive chemicals, just a few healthy plants, some sugar, and a little patience. For beginners, it's an easy entry into natural gardening practices, showing immediate results that are satisfying and motivating. For seasoned gardeners, it's a way to enhance productivity while reducing dependence on commercial fertilizers. Either way, it's a win for your garden, your wallet, and the environment. One of the most exciting aspects of using FPJ is how quickly you can see results. Within just a few days of application, you may notice greener leaves, perkier plants, and even more vibrant flowers or fruit. Unlike those slow-acting composts or fertilizers that might take weeks to show any visible results, the microbial stimulation from those sugar boosts is really fast-acting. It's incredibly rewarding to walk through your garden and see your plants respond almost immediately. For me, it's honestly one of those aha moments in gardening that makes all the effort feel so worthwhile. Gardening is about connection. Connecting with your plants, your soil, and the natural rhythms of growth. Using a simple sugar boost through FPJ allows you to work with nature rather than against it. You'll be amazed at how lush, productive, and resilient your garden can become without relying on store-bought fertilizers. This method is not just a short-term solution, it's a long-term investment in soil health, plant vitality, and sustainable gardening practices. And the best part? You can start with what you already have in your garden, making it both practical and cost-effective. So, fellow gardeners, I invite you to try this method in your garden. Harvest your plants, ferment your FPJ, and watch your garden transform in just days. Keep notes, experiment with different plant materials, and most importantly, enjoy the process. If you found this article helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles for more natural gardening tips, tricks, and experiments. Share this with your gardening friends, and let's grow greener, healthier gardens together.